Hi everyone, it's Morrigan and welcome to Morgan's Journal. Hi, I'm Morgan. If you're not new here, it has been a couple months. I've had a lot of things happening behind the scenes. Um and while I was supposed to come back and did a rebrand and everything, I fell off real hard, and the best thing you can do in those moments is kind of just pick yourself back up whenever you're feeling better and then try again. So I'm trying again. I'm back to basics, pencil and paper. I make a lot of mistakes, so I use pencil. Just two binders, not that many envelopes this time, but I wanted to go over what my budgeting envelopes, binders, and everything my system is right now, since I do have more debt since the last time we spoke. So let's go over those first. Um, I have three primary debts, so I did go to the hospital a few times in these past few months, and that really put a dent in my um, savings and ability to save. And my Apple Card, I didn't really like, I was paying it off, but then there'd be some times where I'd spend on it and I shouldn't have, and it just spiraled, and now that's maxed out. So I have it broken down here. I made myself a little debt tracker so I can track paying it off. So the first hospital bill is about $915. I already have two payments that I paid off. I have an interest-free payment plan for these bills. Each of these, this one is 12 months. I've already paid two. It's 76 a month. Um, and the second hospital bill, it'll be $40 a month, which I'm not going to stretch this out. If I have $40 in my account and I can pay it off, I will. If I have the 76 I can pay it off, I will. As you can see here, these were a week apart. Um, so I wrote these down here. I have check boxes so I can keep track of when I pay them. Same for the Apple. Um, I went online to like calculator.net to figure out a debt calculator, and it said in 29 months at $300 a month I'd be able to pay this off as long as I don't spend on it with the interest rate that I have. So each week I'm going to do 75, so each checkbox is 75. I know there's some magic months, like May's a magic month. I want to say one of these three down here is a magic month. I'm just going to check off these boxes every time I pay $75. So um, if it rolls over into next week's, that's awesome. That means I'll pay it off faster, because I definitely don't want to be paying this till 2027, according to the math that it calculated. Um, I also have a breakdown up here of what I should have balance-wise for this one. This one I didn't do because it said I should pay it like 6 times. So $4 6 times. 4 times 6, 240. So it'd be 240, or at least a little over. So I'll just check these off as I do them. I'll write down the balances as I do them also. I just want to knock these out because it was very sudden. You don't want to go to the hospital, but when you're feeling really bad and no one's open at 2 a.m., you go to the hospital. And unfortunately, both times it was so severe that I ended up having to go to the hospital in the middle of the night. Like, I couldn't sleep, severe pain, or just feeling super bad and not knowing why. So, shout out to hospitals for being open 24 hours whenever you need severe help, because I had to go 3 times. I haven't gotten the bill for the third time. I don't know if there will be one, only because I think I met my deductible with all these visits. But if it comes up, I'll add it here and do the check boxes and everything, and we'll redo the math. But for right now, for May, these are the debts that I have. This is what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to do my best to not spend on this card, because it is really doing a lot of negative for me, especially since I have a couple of trips that were pre-planned before I went to the hospital that I need to cover and pay for, especially if we want to move next year. And that's a whole nother thing. which is why I really wanted to sit down and get back into cash stuffing, because I'm like, cash stuffing really helped me figure out my plans and make them concrete enough for me to be able to follow. So I just need to follow it, and things should go well for me. So I have also broken down my monthly budget. So I want to go over that too. So I've been getting roughly $700 a week. So this is going to be weekly. I've had a couple more bills, but I've condensed things, and changed things up so that way I can afford to pay these hospital bills. Because I admit there was a couple more subscriptions in this, and I just really had to be like, Morrigan, be realistic. You need to pay these debts off. So I have rent. Since we re-signed our lease, rent went up a little bit, so I have $9.40 a month allocated to rent. I have $70 to electric. My internet's $50 a month. My renter's insurance is about $18 a month. And then Apple and Nelnet, my student loan, which is not included in my debts because I'm going to focus on that after I pay these primary debts off, but I'm always paying $200 on it. And that's auto debited, so that's not something I have to worry about. Car is going to be, the car, which is car maintenance, it's going to be $80 a month. Gas is about $40. We've been using one car because part of the past few months was a lot of my mental health had to do with taking care of two cars and having a lot of responsibility. We've been using one for now, and while it does take a little bit of logistics, it has helped greatly with my mental health to be down to one car and only have to worry about one car, because that means there's car maintenance that we can do on one car, and it's really helpful to be able to focus and get things done, because we're actually getting our regulator fixed on the one car for our driver window next week. And since I've been funneling into car maintenance for one car, because both our cars have been having issues at the same time, we can actually afford to get that window fixed and then save up more to get other things fixed, because there's a couple of sensors that went out. There's a couple other things, so we can be able to invest in one car instead of having two partially okay cars, which has been super stressful, and affecting my mental health, like really bad mental breakdown in January, and it just kind of spiraled, and then my health, and it was just a lot at once. And then you feel like nothing's going to get better, and then it just gets worse, but then you just have a time where you can take a break, reevaluate, refocus, and get back to what you were doing that was working. So, focusing on that. Groceries is going to be the same, $75 a week. Savings, I had up and down so I can pay off my debts, but since I wasn't really making a dent, I decided to put savings back at 100 because I really need to start saving so we can move. Because that's a priority for us at the end of this lease. Subscriptions was a lot more than this. I know it's like, oh God, what are you subscribing to? So I got a gym membership in these past few months, and honestly, the gym has been really helpful. I won't say that, oh, go to the gym, it'll help your mental health, change your life. For me, it's helping me just be able to regulate my emotions, and it's something I enjoy doing. It's not an end-all be-all solution. Like, still go to therapy, still go get help. It's not, one size fits all. But the gym has really been helping me, and I want to invest in that and keep that, because I've been going with my friend, and having someone to go with has really been motivating me to actually go. So shout out Sam. Sam's the one who made this for me. She's been trying to get me to go to the gym for like a year, and I finally signed up, and honestly, it's been really great to do it and actually feel a sense of accomplishment. We've been doing cycling classes too. It's really awesome. I didn't think I'd like it, but I do. I also have my personal portfolio website for graphic design, and that in the domain. I pay that yearly. I want to keep that up and live. So that's not really optional. I paid it for the rest of the year. So I'm saving up $5 a week so that way next year I will be able to pay this a yearly again since it's cheaper than doing it monthly. Because this way it's like about 16 a month, but it's 25 just for the website a month if you pay it monthly. So did it that. Patreon, it's $1 a month. There's a comic artist that I subscribe to that I really like, and it's just like one of those small things that just brings me joy, and it's $1 to be able to get access to their stuff. So I'm like, I can support you for $1. It's in the budget, I can do it. Also, I'm on my own AAA plan, which I have the middle grade plan, which adds extra toes, especially with all the car maintenance and issues that I've had in the past months just with my car. Investing in the middle tier AAA was a necessity, so that's $100 a year. And that's all of my subscriptions that I have. I had more video subscriptions, but I had to cut those out because that's not an option right now. My focus is being able to keep up the gym membership because I've been using it a lot, keeping up the website because I've been updating it. It's a great, Squarespace is a great website builder to be able to have my portfolio and be able to send it to people and contact people, put it on my resume and everything. The Patreon and AAA, just a lot of things that have been helping my mental health here. Definitely keeping these. And then I just have written down my debts right quick, which is the 2 hospital bills and then the Apple, just a little breakdown just for May so I know what I'm paying into. So now that we have this, let's go through my 2 binders. So if y'all are not new here, y'all remember I consolidated down to 2 binders, but I have a lot less envelopes this time. So I have my bill binder and my sinking funds, which are separated by bank, because I have my one bank that all my bills come out of, and then I have the other bank where my savings and a lot of the things I spend weekly, like groceries and stuff, is there. So I don't really go into this. All my bills just come out of this, but this is what I actually like spend from weekly. So we have student loans. We have the Apple Card, so those will come out weekly. We have rent, which comes out monthly, so I'll be filling this in weekly. Electric, renter's insurance, internet, and subscriptions. Oh, I also have, now this says spending, but I need to make a new envelope. This is going to be for my debts. So the hospital bill, Apple, I'll put money in this envelope and take it out as I pay those off and check those boxes either each week or each time I do it. But until I make a new envelope, which I made all of these, until I make a new envelope, they're going to go in spending, which I want to say I had a debts envelope, but I don't, I guess. But yeah, this is all going to be in that one first bank account because that's where all my bills are coming out of, including the hospital and stuff. So that's this bills binder. And then I have, I guess you can say my sinking funds binder, because technically most of these are all sinking funds because they roll over. I have car maintenance, which I will be filling. It does have some right now. Like I said, this is going to come out probably next week for the regulator for the window, and then that'll be down to 0, and then we'll start filling it back up. But I've been upped it from 10 a week to 20, so that way I can fill this up more since we're down to 1 car. Gas, have here. It's empty right now because we just put gas, so we should be good for a while. Groceries has like $6 in it right now, and then my savings, it's really low. It's about $140 right now. It used to be a lot, but like I said, a lot of decisions that I made, which were either good or bad, paying stuff off, switching things around, I'm kind of back down to 0, but when you start over, there's nothing better to do than just try again and keep going. So, as you can see, a lot simpler this time around. Just like how I rebranded, it's a lot clean cut, simpler, easier to understand, because for me, budgeting and paying off my debts should be easy to understand and approachable, because my greatest fears growing up have been food and finances. And I've got finances down, and I'm working on meal prepping. I've been doing the overnight oats thing, trying to make my own meals. There's sometimes here and there, if I have the money, I'll get a pizza. Like this weekend, I'm not going to lie. There's a couple of personal pan pizzas from Domino's that are in there that's going to get me through the weekend. But I'm doing my best to make breakfast. Like, I have overnight oats in there. I've been trying to make lunches at work so that way I can have those. I'm trying to have snacks. Just whether or not it's good or bad food, just enough to fill me up and not just, make me feel exhausted all day. Because, if you start your day with sugar, it's like, or caffeine, I always feel like a crash and I get all shaky and stuff. So I'm trying to, what's ways I can bring in more protein that I want to eat. Last week I did edamame, which I didn't know had protein in it, but I really like edamame. So I did that, like a salmon poke bowl type deal with a little cucumber salad, which was super filling. If anything, I had too much food, but it got me through the rest of the day, which was super helpful. So I'm trying to do things like that just to benefit being able to pay these things off, because I really want to see progress, because I know if I see progress, I'm going to keep going, which is how I feel about the gym too, because we've been doing running intervals, and I noticed that I have been getting faster with those intervals, and it's really nice to see the subtle but slowly increasing progress of feeling energy and being able to do something. Like, I just want to get up the stairs with, I just want to get up the stairs without heavy breathing, That's the main thing. I just want to be able to do things easily as far as food, finances, and fitness, and any other F words that can, add that there. Either way, I have been rambling, but I hope this helps. Thank you for watching, and if you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much. And if you're not new here, thank you for being patient with me and welcoming me back. I'm really excited to get caught up on everyone's videos. I've been watching so many. Budgeting Mom of Girls, Budgeting My Debts, Aesthetic Dollar, Notes on the Good Life, A Little of It All. There's Simply Tea Plant. There's so many that I've been getting caught up on and watching. Angie's Budgets, the Yej budget. I don't know. There's so many I've been watching, and it's been really helping me, motivate me to be able to wake up this morning on Saturday when I'm off, to be able to get this done, because I want to have 2 videos next week, which this should go out on Monday, and then Wednesday or Thursday, probably Wednesday, one of those, I should have my my first cash stuffing in a hot minute, and we're starting off pretty good. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great week. See you in the next video.